Gets me through my morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hazy on Nova.
It's an interesting time of the year when it comes to traffic congestion.
Absolute nightmare as we speak. And I'm sure there are plenty of motorists sitting in the traffic right now, just nodding along in agreement.
Yeah.
But we took a call last week and it was from a woman who was saying that she commutes a very, very long way, and it was quite unheard of for a little old Adelaide, South Australia, because well, how long does it take you to get to work?
8
minutes, 9 minutes?
4 o'clock in the morning, it takes literally 9 minutes.
Yeah, I'm 7.
Yeah. You get the right time as well, but even leaving work.
Yeah.
You get from here and even to Hindmarsh. If I get a good run, it takes like 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, we're so very lucky. Just not at the moment.
Yes, it's very congested at the moment. This is Jasmine from Christie's Beach.
This morning is Jasmine from Christie's Beach. Good morning, Jasmine.
Good morning.
You off to work today?
Yeah.
Yep.
Whereabouts do you work?
In Mawson Lakes.
Ah, nice.
Geez, that's quite a drive. Christie's Beach to Mawson Lakes.
How long does that take you?
About an hour.
Oh, goodness me.
About an hour.
About an hour.
Compared to what it was maybe 10, 15 years ago, that's some solid stuff.
Yeah. And I just wonder, like, people would be easily sitting in the car for an hour at the moment. But what's your regular, normal commute to work? So we have a family member who lives at Middleton. So she will jump in her car, drive to Seacliff, jump on the train it from Seacliff into the city, jump off the train onto a bus from the city to North Adelaide.
Oh, my gosh.
Every single day.
What time do you get to work? About 4:30 p.m. That is an unbelievable route.
Let's do this. Let's find Adelaide's longest commute, shall we?
Marie, good morning to you.
Morning, guys. How are you?
We're good, Marie. What was your commute?
Well, I was commuting from Flagstaff Hill all the way to Port Adelaide.
Yeah.
And having to do 2 different school drop-offs along the way.
Oh, no.
Depending on traffic, there was an accident or roadwork, anywhere from an hour and 15 to an hour and a half, usually longer. Taffy's Hill Road isn't great, so... And I tried every shortcut you could think of. And, on the way home would be 45 minutes to an hour every day.
You never tried doing 70 in a 50 zone or anything, did you there?
No,
Right? 'Cause that's illegal.
No.
You shouldn't do that.
No, absolutely not. Marie, but did you ever just, instead of stopping the car, just slow down and go, kids, drop and roll, just get out?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. No, it was, like sometimes driving home, I'd be in tears. It's like, oh, my God, I just want to get home, It's a long day.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not anymore, though, right?
You're asking on the wrong morning. I've left home at 7:30 and I'm still in the car, but that's unusual because of the roadworks. But
Okay.
almost there now.
Marie, do you sometimes on your commute to school, when you're listening on Nova, you're like, wow, it's been an hour and a half, but it feels like 5 minutes because I've had such fun?
Yeah.
Well, I have to say, you guys are awesome. I love it. It definitely makes it easier. So, yeah, thank you.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yes. I thought that was going to go in a severely different direction.
Look
Thank
at
you so much, Marie.
Absolutely fishing for compliments there, and
Heart
it
is
worked.
pounding.
Yeah.
All right, Marie. So Marie has set the target at around, let's call it an hour and a half.
Okay.
So she's an hour and 15 to an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Let's call it an hour and a half. Who can beat that?
But, God, people are doing some hours on the road ordinarily.
100%.
Let's go to Sue. That's already an hour and 15 away from Adelaide, isn't it?
Yeah, I drive into the city myself, an hour and 15, but hubby, he drives from Strath to Edinburgh, hour and a half, 2 hours.
Oh, my gosh. Edinburgh in Scotland. Sorry, Sue. So how much time is that then?
Hour and a half to 2, depends on traffic.
Could be 2 hours. What, 2 hours there? So 4 hours total?
Yep.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
4 hours
In the car each and every day.
That is dangerous.
Yeah, that's a lot. Thank you so much, Sue. Rachel, good morning.
Good morning to you.
This is your hubby. What's he doing?
Yeah. So we've got a flooring company, so he has to go, live at Port Wollonga, he has to go out to Dry Creek to pick up stock.
Right.
And then the work's back at Port Wollonga, or tomorrow the work's back down at Hindmarsh Island. So he goes from Port Wollonga out to Dry Creek and then down to Hindmarsh Island.
Whoa. How long in total?
Crazy.
Adventure.
I don't know, he leaves at like 5:45. He won't get back till about 8:30.
Big days.
If it's any consolation,
Insane.
driving around, that is a beautiful part of the world to be
Oh,
driving
it
around
is.
in.
It is. Yeah,
Stunning.
absolutely it is.
All right. Oh, that's our most so far, I think.
Yeah.
Let's go to Elisa from Stirling. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay. Describe your morning for us.
Mine's a little bit different. I actually live right next door to my work, but brilliant. But in the morning, I get in my car with my daughter and I drive her an hour to Salisbury for school and then an hour back, and then I walk across the road to my work.
Oh my gosh. It would sometimes. What about if your daughter's running late or you guys are running late because of your daughter? It would be really hard not to get just a little bit angry at her just for the inconvenience factor.
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of start when I need to, so that doesn't matter. But yes, there's been times where it's been all right, we need to get out the door. And then in the afternoon, I walk back to my car across from my work, and then I get back in, drive down, and then drive back and pick her up as well.
Lisa, my question is, how come if you live in Stirling, your daughter goes to school in Salisbury?
Well, we moved to Stirling for my work in April, and she's in year 10, and she has a fantastic friend group and is doing really well, and we just didn't want to disturb that. So,
Okay, that's very
Good
sweet.
mama, Lisa. Well
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, goodness.
stuff. Some really, really solid commutes. Remember, Producer Flake, you were telling us that used to be, that was Adelaide's reputation. 20 minutes anywhere.
Yeah.
And you'll find yourself from one side to the other. That is complete baloney now.
Well, every time someone comes to Adelaide and they're like, oh, I really love this place, like friends of mine, I'm like, yeah, mate, it's 20-minute city. I don't know why I still say that because it's not.
Yes.
No.
And I reckon there was an eye-opener, even for me the other day. It was like Sunday afternoon and traffic was completely congested in the middle of South Road.
Yeah, right.
Like, where's everyone going?
Mate.
Why is it busy?
Mate, you could be any time of any day. Traffic will always be congested on South Road.
It's a good one, isn't it?
Your father, he's on the naughty list.
Jody and Hazy's Naughty at 6:40.
Naughty.
Ah, yes. I see you know your blue stuff well. It's that time where we just get this sort of stuff out of our system before we straighten up after 7 o'clock. We call it Naughty at 6:40.
The Naughty at 6:40 is the space where we can just run a little bit blue and get away with it.
Question.
Yeah.
When was the last time that you went to a sex shop?
I don't, weirdly enough, frequent as a mother of 4, a middle-aged mother of 4. I don't frequent sex shops. Do you?
You've never popped into a sex shop while the kids wait in the car? That's crazy. Me neither.
No.
Me neither.
I tell you who is popping into a sex shop, though. Lamar Odom. Can you remember Lamar?
I remember Lamar because I'm a big basketball fan. He's a 2-time NBA champion for the Lakers, but more notably...
Yes, was married to Khloe Kardashian. But you might remember he went missing for like a couple of weeks. Can you remember this? Yeah. And they found him like out in the desert somewhere and just all holed up with lots of sex workers and lots of drugs.
There's all this sort of white powder and stuff on his face. I'm like, well, what's going on here? He's been eating icing sugar or something. Who knows?
Yeah, something like that. But did he not nearly die in that little bender?
Yes, I think he had all sorts of heart problems and stuff.
Yeah, right.
From that bender. There's a lesson in that. I'm not sure what it is.
Well, I'll tell you what's bringing him back to life, and that's this sex doll. And so apparently he has requested that it look like Khloe Kardashian.
Right, hang on. Let's just wheel back in a second. Lamar Odom has bought a sex doll. 2-time NBA champion needs to buy a sex doll.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Yep.
There we go.
I've had to Google it just for research, and goodness me, they're quite lifelike, aren't they?
Yes,
These
I have
dolls
also
now.
seen it, and I was very surprised. It's not what I pictured in my head.
Confronting size boobs, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're enormous.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, thoughts, feelings, emotions about, having relations with something that's not real.
Can I honestly say that I have never had relations that's something that isn't real?
Yeah.
Okay? I can say that hand on heart.
Yeah.
Producer Flack, though, on the other hand, this is a man when we were talking in the pre-show meeting, and his eyes were just beaming when we were talking about this because you're a bit of a sex shop connoisseur.
I think the exact words I used was, I went to one about 5 years ago.
And I think the exact words that Jodes used was dirty bird.
Dirty bird. God. Hey, what do you look at the ground when you walk into those places? There's one just up the road from me, and I always stare at the people who are walking in going, you must be mortified.
I went in with a girlfriend at the time, and the woman on the front desk was like, evening, hello. And I'm like, oh, God, don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Just hand over Khloe Kardashian and let me be on my way.
I was actually blown away going through a sex shop, the amount of products. I just thought it was like a bit of pornography and a couple of women's toys. There is a lot that I never thought was real.
Stuff going on.
Are you similar to Lamar? In this article, it says the 45-year-old retired athlete was also seen in a video picking up dildos from a working station. he ordered his doll to come with voluptuous curves and a face that's similar to Kardashian's. So is he using it? Is someone else using it? Where's the extra stuff being used? I don't know. There's a lot of unanswered questions.
I don't know, and I don't like to be that woman hating on other women, but the Kardashians have had so much cosmetic surgery that it's very difficult to tell who's who. Which one's the doll?
Oh, 100%. That's a very, very good point. I mean, how confronting when you think that you're shacking up with a sex doll, but then it talks back. You're like, oh my gosh. 13 24 10, have you hooked up with a sex doll? 13 24 10, are you a sex doll? What's it like? Driving can be tricky.
Yeah.
Can be really tricky because I feel like the roads, its rules, etc., are always ever evolving, Joe.
And sometimes you have a bit of a brain fade, don't you? And think, okay, if I'm going straight here and that person's turning right, do I give way or do they give way to me?
Am I on the left hand or right hand side of the road? What's going on?
Yeah.
Now? I'm like, and what's that pedal do? Is that the accelerator or the brake? All those sorts of questions.
What about this? A controversial new report has suggested Aussies aged over 50 could be subjected to mandatory driving lessons. So it's a study from the Uni of New South Wales, and they suggested that drivers with or without clean driving records should be re-examined in order to make the roads safer. So a lot of things that we're doing is just bad habits that you've brought.
Oh gosh.
With you.
You can't buy bad habits.
From you.
Oh, you can actually.
So on the list, we see a lot of people not checking blind spots, not making right-hand turns properly, cutting corners, or not maintaining their lane position. Any of those you?
Are you serious? I failed my P's test. I failed my L's test like 3 or 4 times, and that was literally a computer's test.
Yeah.
Where it's like a driving simulator. Ahead of its time too, by the way, back then.
Yeah.
And then I failed my P's test like 5 times.
Yeah, right.
And I almost fluked it because I had to get it done in the city. And I was doing it in Sydney at the time.
Yep.
And in particular at Bondi Junction.
Yeah.
You can only get a test like once every few months.
Oh, okay.
And I wasn't ready, and I knew I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
So this was my first one that I failed. And they said, actually, someone just cancelled. Can you come in tomorrow?
Oh, okay.
And I did.
Yeah.
And I passed it until we were literally turning back to the DMV, and I was turning right and the person going the other way was turning left.
Yeah.
And what I learnt was you can't turn at the same time.
Okay.
You've got to... I mean, you're reacting like that's obvious. It's not obvious. It's obvious now because I learnt the hard way. And then the guy, who was a lovely guy, I still remember, he had his head in his hands. He was like, I'm so sorry.
Oh, no.
You were home. We're right there. That's the finish line, but that's an instant fail.
Wow.
And then I lost my confidence, and it just was just a blur of failures after that.
Sad.
Yeah.
I failed mine, and I remember because in Tassie they do things a bit different on so many levels.
You do the whole feet down the bottom of the car. Yabba dabba doo. Just kidding.
Anyway, so I think you can sit for your learners when you're 15, but I failed. So then I moved to Queensland, and then I couldn't do it for like another year. I was so devastated.
Oh, that's a bit tough.
Who would have thought you'd fail your learners when you didn't do a lick of study for it?
Yeah, I know.
You know?
That's crazy.
It's so weird.
The beautiful law of winging it didn't work for you that time. What about you, producer Zoe?
I might have failed my P test a couple of times. I failed the first time because my dad always taught me when you're coming down a hill, do not ride your brakes because you'll burn your brake pads out. So I would just press my brakes like on and off every now and then. And so he took points off every single time I went over the speed limit.
Because he's like, I'm getting motion sickness.
He's like, I feel ill. And then I did my second final drive on Christmas Eve and failed, but he felt so bad that he passed me because it was Christmas.
That's illegal.
That's not good, is
That's
it?
genuinely illegal. Oh, I'm going to pass you. You're not roadworthy, but I'm going to pass you because it's Christmas.
I was making little mistakes, little cute mistakes, not turning at the same time as someone else.
Or if you're just like me in my Flintstones car down in Tassie going down a hill, you just dig your heels in.
Yeah. Kick him in. Yabba dabba doo.
Oh, here comes Jody. You're late. Yabba dabba doo.
Hey, what's that sound? That sounds like some big secret.
It's a secret. Sounds pretty secret.
What's that sound? It's a secret.
It's a secret.
It's a secret. Jody and Hazy's secret sound.
Yes, we are celebrating Kitchen Warehouse arriving in South Australia at Jepp's Cross Home HQ. Tomorrow we're doing like a supermarket sweep type challenge where we're just going to get a heap of people running around the supermarket trying to find some items.
Sure. Want to give yourself a spot on that little platform? You give us a call right now, 13 24 10. Let's go to Mawson Lakes and speak to Jane. G'day, Jane.
Hey, Jane.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Jane, is it true that you've had some sort of knee reco?
I have, and I'm off work again because of it, because I'm having all sorts of issues, but I can run, I can do whatever, I can strap it up, I'm good, ready to go.
Okay. Hey, can I ask as well, Jane, as a knee reconstruction what are we talking? Hamstring, patella?
No, replacement.
Replacement?
Replacement knee, replacement, yeah.
And
then manipulation after.
Ouch.
Okay.
Well, that sounds painful.
That sounds extremely painful.
Yeah.
Have you had something like this done before? Have you had some issues with the knee?
A little bit, but no, nothing too bad.
Okay.
All right. Jane, have you got one of those big braces on?
No, I don't need a brace. Okay. No, just lots of exercises and trying to bend the knee back.
All right. Well, this will be an interesting turn of events tomorrow, won't it?
I'll just hop on one leg.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
I dare say, if you can work out what the secret sound is, this could ease the pain. It all makes sense if you get it correct.
$5,000 worth of Kitchen Warehouse vouchers. All right. I suppose you should tell us what the secret sound is.
Glasses clinging together.
That'll do.
Glasses, champagne glasses. Oh, thank goodness. Crack the champagne.
There we go. We got there.
We got there. Good stuff. Congrats, Jane. You are going to compete tomorrow. Well done.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, guys.
All right. Run some heat through that knee. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Kitchen Warehouse has arrived in SA at Jeff's Cross Home HQ. Check out their incredible range at kitchenwarehouse.com.au. That is going to be a bit of fun tomorrow.
Absolutely. Lint chocolate balls.
Oh, yeah.
We all love them, and we've all probably at some stage in our life received them as a Christmas gift.
Quick question without notice. What flavour, what colour do you like? You can't go past the white balls.
The white balls? I like the red balls.
What?
Red.
No, I meant the colour of the chocolate.
Oh, right.
Not the wrapper.
I thought we were talking wrappers. You like the white ones. It is sickly sweet, the white ones.
I love white chocolate.
Yeah, I just like the stock standard milk chocolate ones, which I think are the red ones.
Okay.
But there's also the ones mixed with hazelnut. They're pretty nice as well.
Geez, you feel dudded when you get the dark chocolate.
Yeah,
no one likes dark chocolate, do they?
Don't do that. Don't be that person that gives on dark chocolate.
Yeah, but I feel like if you're a teacher and you've ever taught one day in your life, at Christmas time you will get inundated with Lindt balls because that's the fancy chocolate.
Yes.
Back in the day it used to be the Cadbury Roses. Not so much anymore. It's your Lindt ball.
Why do we think that teachers love Lindt balls?
I don't know. 13 24 10. Are you a teacher? Do you hate Lindt balls?
You're a teacher has just been Lindt balled up to your eyeballs, and you're like, I've had enough. So some of their words in their slogan is excellence and expertly crafted.
Sure.
Okay, so keep that in mind. There's a class action lawsuit against Lindt. It was launched following an article by the US Consumer Association reporting that questioned the presence of lead and cadmium in dark chocolate bars from several manufacturers.
Wow.
What's cadmium? It's like a silvery metal.
Okay.
It shouldn't be ingested.
It shouldn't be in your Lindt balls.
So this report found that of the 28 bars tested, 8 had high levels of cadmium, including one from Lindt, and another 10 bars containing lead, including a Lindt bar. So while other bars had high concentrations of heavy metals, the class action plaintiffs argued that they paid premium prices for Lindt because they believed they were purchasing quality, safe, dark chocolate. So the plaintiffs argued that Lindt deceptively marketed their dark chocolate bars as expertly crafted with the finest ingredients and safe as well as delightful when the bars in fact contained significant amounts of lead.
I'm thinking of the ads now and it's always just that one guy with the big white hat, you know, making all the chocolate, stirring the big thing of chocolate, and he hand rolls them, every single Lindt ball. He does it by hand.
I know. What a job he does. Unfortunately, he uses lead and cadmium. What about this though? Lindt's lawyers argued that words like excellence and expertly crafted are unactionable puffery or an exaggeration that consumers would not take seriously.
Puffery is such a good word, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Look at that man's audacity and his puffery.
So the Eastern District of New York District Court dismissed Lindt's motion saying, well, you're not supposed to take it seriously. We're not actually experts.
Yeah.
And it's really not that well crafted.
It's not really a real white hat.
Yeah.
It's not a chef's hat.
We're just exaggerating. But you know what? I'm pretty comfortable with it.
Okay.
Because sometimes you just got to sell the sizzle, don't you?
Yeah.
And maybe you do exaggerate just ever so slightly. Unrelated though, Joe, we've just released our latest promo.
Wake up.
Early in the morning. Adelaide's Jody and Hazy.
Start Start your day with two radio experts who are always funny and always completely up to date with what you need to know.
I did not know that Tate McRae was the Kid Leroy's girlfriend.
A duo that has never made a mistake or mispronounced a single word.
Dove Mitchum and Impulse are all brands of what?
Isn't it Dove? It's Dove.
Oh, I say Dove.
And is consistently completely aware of what is happening in that morning show. You could score yourself $1,000 just like our boy Danny did this morning.
Well done to Danny from Monopara West. You've won $1,000.
Of course, I meant our girl, Danny. Jody and Hazy, radio excellence, expertly crafted on Nova 919. Oh, how good's being arrogant?
Jody and Hazy, weekday mornings from 6 on Nova 919.
So there you go. I would say a little bit of exaggeration is completely fine in our books.
I would say that was a lot of puffery, wasn't it?
100% past limp balls.
Battle of the Bangers.
Oh, what a magical space this is. Battle of the Bangers. If you've just tuned in for the first time, you're like, oh, what is this absolute schmozzle? Will you do the honours, Jodes, of explaining this? You do it so well.
Absolutely. So we have a theme each and every week. Of course, this week we have the Velo 500 in town. So we went back through the entire set list of all the bands that have ever played at Clipsal 500 or the Velo 500 as it is now known. And we came up with a song from that said set list, and I didn't actually do that at all. I literally just went straight to Pete Murray. Thank you very much, because I love him so very much.
I also love Pete Murray.
I thought this week we might choose the same artist. So I don't know what you've gone.
No, I went local, but you've gone Pete Murray, and in particular, which tune? Because do you know what? For whatever reason, Pete Murray just sort of randomly rocked up, maybe on the radio, maybe just on my Spotify the other day. I've been listening to Pete Murray for a week straight.
Have you really?
Yes.
What's your favourite Pete Murray song?
Well, it's straight away in my head. I think I've got to check whether you. Do you know what?
No.
You just set me up. You've just set me up because I was going to say this song. I'm not going to sit here and endorse your song, okay?
You just did.
I literally was like that. Well, for me, it's Better Days. And then I just checked your song for the first time. I'm like, bloody hell, it's Better Days.
Yeah, so you have literally just said that you've been listening to my songs all week. And you know, Battle of the Bangers, it's an interesting space. Sometimes you can just be in the mood for a good old-fashioned cry, which I am today, and that song makes me cry.
Oh, okay.
So if I win this time tomorrow morning, just expect me to be in a flood of tears.
I'm not sure that's going to win the hearts of the musical nation.
We're women. We
guys.
love a good sob.
You want to be sad? Choose Jody's song.
No, it is. Okay, don't backtrack. You've already endorsed it.
Yeah, that is true.
All right. What have you done?
I've gone a very different direction. I've gone locally as well. I think you're going to like this one.
Knew you did.
The Hilltop Hoods. What an absolute pearler this is. So, if you want to be sad, choose Jody's song. If you want to be happy, choose my song. Is that what we're doing here?
Or you could just vote for the song that you deem to be the better song, which of course will be Pete Murray's Better Day.
Do you know what? I've said it before. Rarely, but I'll say it again. If yours wins, I'm pretty content with that.
I think you've done like a dog's dinner anyway with this competition, so.
Oh, well, I would disagree with that. It is 21-17. I need to win to stay alive, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But it's not done yet. So please vote for my song if you'd like an interesting finish.
All right, jump on the Jody and Hazy socials to cast your vote for what you want to hear tomorrow morning.
All right, so Nosebleed section, Hilltop Hoods versus Pete Murray, Better Days. Get voting right now.
I need to know. I need to know now.
I need to know.
I need to know.
I need to know.
What's in the news today?
I need to know this.
Here's what you need to know. What you need to know with Jody and Hazy.
What you need to know is that we have an official new People's Sexiest Man Alive. And his name is John Krasinski.
From The Office.
Bears eat beets. Bears eats Battlestar Galactica.
Bears do not. What is going on? Identity theft is not a joke, Jim. Millions of families suffer every year. Michael! Oh, that's funny. Michael!
Jim's good man.
Yeah, proving that a sense of humour is just as important as devastating good looks. Am I right, Andrew?
Well, apparently that's true.
Yeah. So he joins the likes of Patrick Dempsey, Chris Evans, Michael Jordan, Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise, who have all been named the sexiest man alive.
Yeah, some Aussies as well, of course. We spoke about it earlier this morning. Mel Gibson back in 1985.
He was the first one.
Yeah. Was he the inaugural?
Yes, he was.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go. Chris Hemsworth rather, and also Hugh Jackman.
Yeah. John Krasinski is married to Emily Blunt. Did you know that?
I did not know that until I read the article. I think they've got 3 kids.
Yes, they do. And he said this new title isn't going to be very weird with my children at all.
Oh, yeah.
Hey everybody, this is John Krasinski, and no, this is not a dream. I have been named People's Sexiest Man Alive.
What is happening?
I did tell Emily, and she was very excited. There was a lot of joy involved. But I do think it's going to make me do more household chores, but I'm willing to take the cons with the pros, to be honest with you. I think after the cover comes out, she'll be like, all right, that means you're going to really earn it here at home.
Yes, 100%. I was just thinking that, like, don't feel like you get extra couch sitting time just because you're the sexiest man on the planet. If anything, more chores.
I don't think it works that way.
No.
This is depressing for me. I don't even think I'm the hottest person in my family.
Excuse me very much?
Definitely not.
Well, I don't know what to say.
Normally you would, in this space, endorse my husband, Greg, and say he's definitely the hottest person. Normally you jump at that opportunity to get around him.
And you know how I feel about your husband, Greg.
I do know.
Very, very strongly.
Yeah, he's very, very good-looking man.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of John Krasinski.
Yeah.
Producer Flack said something outrageous, though.
What's that?
Before, we were just sort of analysing him. Look at him. I think he's absolutely
you did
gorgeous.
Say something negative.
What did you say?
Great. Now I'm the bad guy.
Listen, we spoke about this earlier this morning about women tearing down other women.
Yeah.
What about you in this space? Go on then. Say exactly what you just said.
What the male populace does. We tear each other down. I love John Krasinski. He's fantastic in Jack Ryan. He's got big ears.
That's tough.
They've just given the hottest man alive to Dumbo.
Oh, my gosh.
Whoa.
Sorry, Burma. Local.
Keep it local.
You wouldn't kick him out of bed, though.
That's coming from the absolute oil painting that is Alex Flack.
That is true.
Celebrating normal dads of Adelaide doing hot things. Let me call you. Jody and Hazy's Hot Dads of Adelaide calendar.
Oh, yes. Jody and Hayes' Hot Dads of Adelaide calendar. We are filling up this calendar really, really quickly, aren't we?
So this is pretty much the brief. You can be a normal-looking dad, but if you do hot stuff, oh, my God, you can be in our calendar.
Just explain to us idiots the hot stuff that you're talking about, because sometimes it's hard for us to know how to be attractive.
Okay, well, it can take you by surprise, but it can just be those very normal things, those domestic chores, the things in the garden that we just look at you and go, oh my God, he's so damn sexy.
The weeds? I don't want to touch the weeds.
No, we have to. Okay, so Lisa has nominated her partner. His name is Brett, and he joins us now. Good morning, Brett.
Hello, how are we?
Hello, we're good. All right. Your partner, Lisa, said when he... So I presume you're FIFO, yes?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay. Lisa says when he flies back in from work in his high-vis uniform and picks up our daughter for that first cuddle, oh, Lordy. Did you realise you were being sexy?
Well, yeah, she always has told me she prefers me in high-vis because I assume that's what I was wearing when we met. So
right.
Where did you meet, pray tell?
We met a few years ago now. I walked into the admin office. She was the mine site admin and I was a supervisor, and I walked in on my first day back on site and ran into her and locked her in pretty quickly after that.
So Brett, the photo we've got here is you in high-vis of the yellow variety. Have you ever been an orange man, or has it always been yellow? And is that the difference?
Well, I did do a bit of work with BHP where I had to wear orange. I didn't last too long. I think it was too much orange with my beard, I reckon.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, that was my next question. The beard, always had it?
It comes and goes. I've got one at the moment, but generally I just rock a bit of stubble with a moustache.
Nice. It's so thick and luscious. I mean, I don't want to upset you or confuse you here, Brett, but I'd like to run my hands through it. Feels like it's really thick. Well, and I can't grow a beard, so I get jealous of people who've got nice beards.
It's upsetting and confusing for everyone listening.
Sorry about that, Brett.
Yeah. Is the beard hard work or it just comes natural?
it actually grows. All I do is I shave my cheeks and my neck, and it just grows really evenly, actually. Quite lucky, I think.
So jealous. You're so jealous.
Got a few grades coming through, though.
Oh. Well, Brett, congratulations. Thank you so much for being nominated. And, I mean, there's no question here. He's a hot dad.
Yeah, you're in the
a hot
calendar.
dad. You're a hot dad.
Brett.
Thank you. Hey, Hazy, I also use my partner's toothbrush occasionally.
Oh, there we go. Jeez, how many more boxes is this man going to tick?
Oh, I don't know.
Good on you, Brett.
Hey, thank you.